And we're back with another video. What's good, to my man? Y'all already know what it is, but it's your boy, it's UIT, man, aka your favorite sucker back. Come back with another banger, man. Look, man, so the name of the video, man, y'all can tell by the title, man. Hey, we got the My Player Builder side of this, man. We got the My Player Builder side, man. Let's go ahead and jump into it. This video is 33 minutes long. Not gonna cap to you, so let's go and get straight into it. Let's go.
Back with another video, and today is finally the day that I can show you guys the end.
All right, what we talking about, Solo?
24 My Player Builder, and I'm gonna be giving you guys a full, complete, advanced breakdown of this thing.
Let's talk.
I'm so confident in my understanding of the builder that I think that you guys will be able to know what build you're gonna make, possibly by the end of this video. But if not, I'm gonna be dropping build videos over the next couple days. So if you watch those, I think you're gonna be able to have your build or a really good knowledge of what you're gonna make before the game even comes out. I'm gonna be breaking down and going over the all-new My Player Builder features, including the NBA player templates, the tiered badge system, new build names, and more. Also, I'll be telling y'all the best heights for builds, whether you want to be a guard or a center.
Was it Inside Out threat a build already?
Tips you can create the best build come launch. I will also be testing to see if you can create a 6'9" demigod in the builder, just like 2K23. You know, we had a bunch of 6'9s running around, so we gotta see if it's possible. Are they still as good as they were in 2K23? We're gonna find out in this video. Watch the whole video through. Don't miss anything.
All right, I just have to make sure my mic wasn't doing it.
92% of my viewers are not subscribed, so if you're one of those people,
make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if y'all haven't already so far, man.
Click the red subscribe button.
Make sure. Not Solo, me. I mean, y'all can if y'all want to, but me mostly. On the road to 10K, no bullshit.
And if this video reaches 2,000 likes, I will daily upload for at least the next 2 weeks. But let's stop all the talking and let's get into this builder. When you guys first get on the game and go into the My Player Builder and go to create your build, the first thing you're going to come across is either create your own, or you guys can create a build using an NBA player template. This is the first time this has been in the game, and you guys can choose your position on top.
73, 88. No.
And it shows you a bunch of different NBA players that you can basically base your build off of. Now, you don't have to
wait, you can make a LeBron and KD and shit?
Make this exact build if you.
Ooh, it would have been good if his driving dunk was up, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You pick a certain template, say you pick, I don't even know, De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, double! Nah, I don't fuck with the dribbling.
You can tweak the attributes a little bit, so you can change up to say you want to lower some people that, you know.
What that boy AR-15 got? What that boy got in his cup holder? Let me see something.
For some people that, you know, don't really.
What AR-15 had in his cup holder?
You can tweak the attributes a little bit, so you can change up to say you want to lower.
The boy AR-15 got in his cup holder. Hold on, let me see something. Ooh. I wish his driving done would have been better, bro. But
you want to raise the 3-point.
Anyways, I ain't trying to make this video too long for y'all, but let's go ahead and jump into the actual
templates, unless that's something you're interested in. So once you guys pick to
here we go.
You know what I'm saying? We're not picking an NBA player template. The first thing it's gonna ask you is your position. Now the positions are not like they were last year. The heights are a little bit different. Last year you could make a 6'9" point guard. This year point guard goes from 5'7" up to 6'8". So
6'8"? I'm finna have fun this year, boy. I swear to God. I'm finna have fun this year, boy.
6'9" point guards in the.
Hey, look, if you are on my squad and we're running, bro, please make a stretch big, bro, or a big that can shoot, bro. Please, bro. Please. Just that's all I ask, bro. If y'all make a big, bro, shoot the ball. That's all I gotta say. All I gotta say.
Shooting guard, you can go from 6 foot on the dot up to 6'9". If you want to pick small forward, you can go from 6'3" up to 6.
Hey, y'all know how that small forward went 6'10" point. Y'all don't want to bring that bit that point power forward go crazy. And that point small forward.
Power forward allows you to go from 6'6" to 7 foot. Centers can be 6'7" up to 7'3". There was some speculation, you know, would we be able to get 7'4" builds or even 7'5" since Wemby is now in the NBA? But no, the max height is still 7'3". Let's talk about the height of your build a little bit more, because there's actually a lot that goes into it. Like, height matters a lot this year. You guys will see as I scroll through these heights, every single attribute is a affected by your height this year. So you can't mess around when you're picking your height. You know, if you want a certain 3-pointer, if you want a certain, you know, steal or whatever, you got to look at what height you're picking. The thing that matters the second most on this screen is your wingspan. This affects most attributes, not all. But yeah, you definitely want to take a look at the attributes when you're changing your wingspan. Weight matters the least. It'll move some things like speed and excel, of course, some of the physicals, and a few of the attributes.
I'm done pausing. I'm
new tiered badge.
Hey, I'm done pausing. I'm gonna just try to talk over it whenever I have a chance to. So yeah.
System in a little bit, but basically something else you guys gotta know about height.
Because 33 minutes long is crazy.
What badges are in what tier? So you guys see on the right screen over there, we have the possible badges, which again, I'll talk more about soon. But basically, you want your favorite badges to be in C tier. It'll make more sense in a little bit, but just know when you're picking your height, those badges are changing around in the tiers on the right side of your screen. So that's something else that you guys probably want to focus in on. This builder is very overwhelming, bro. Like if you hop on the game and you didn't watch this video, you didn't watch any of my other build videos, you're gonna be so confused. I'm really trying to break it down for y'all. If you gotta watch this video back in a few more days, then do it, because I'm really like breaking this down to the fullest. Also, just so you guys know, when you change around your weight and your wingspan, it does not move around. Those badges in the tiers on the right, they stay put. So height is the main thing that you want to look at when you're looking at those badges. Something else that I want to say is that your position does not change your attributes. Like I was sitting next to someone at community day when I was playing the game early, and someone was like, oh, you want to pick shooting guard because that actually gives you more strength. That's not true. Let's say you have a point guard that's 6'5" and a shooting guard that's 6'5". They have the same exact physicals. They're gonna have the same exact attributes. So position really doesn't matter. The only thing position matters for is basically like my career. Like if you want to run the 1 in my career, which is probably easy to get badges, then you should probably pick point guard. Or also, if you're gonna plan on playing like pro am or rec and you want to play the 2 or the 3, then maybe pick shooting guard or small forward. That's really all the position is for. But even if you do pick a wrong position, I mean, you can easily just change that in game. Like you could just tell someone like, yo, I'm a guard ball, even though it has me at the 4. The last thing that there is to talk about on this screen is the new possible badges over there on the right side. We've already talked about this, but basically when you're picking your height, your weight, your wingspan, it shows you what badges you can get and what level you can get them on. And then some of the badges will be completely grayed out. That means you can't get them. Something that you guys need to know is that badge points are not in NBA 2K24. Basically, when you make your build, whatever badges are lit up on the right side of the screen, you're gonna get those on bronze immediately. Everyone has bronze badges. How it works this year is you get badges depending on how you play. So let's say that your build can get Hall of Fame limitless range. If you're shooting a bunch of threes and a bunch of limitless range shots, you know what I'm saying, this badge keeps going off, then you will quickly get limitless range Hall of Fame. Let's say you have it on Hall of Fame and you stop shooting limitless range shots for a few games, that badge will slowly drop, but it cannot go below bronze. So you can lose badges, but they'll just never drop below bronze. Let's talk about this tiered badge system on the right side of the screen, because that's a little bit confusing.
Buddy? What the fuck is buddy?
So let's talk about this tiered badge system on the right side of the screen, because that's a little bit
confusing.
If you guys haven't noticed, the badges are not sorted into finishing.
This is not too good, I ain't gonna lie. This is so too good.
Have like a bunch of different badges mixed up into these tiers. The S tier badges are the hardest to earn and also the easiest to lose. So limitless range, for example, that's a badge that I saw in S tier on a lot of different builds. That badge is going to be hard to upgrade. It's going to be hard to get to Hall of Fame, and it's also going to be very easy to lose. So if you stop shooting a lot of limitless range threes, this badge is going to plummet pretty fast. And as you guys can probably guess, it's a kind of a progression from A to B all the way down to C tier, where C tier, those badges are going to be the easiest to earn.
I feel like that's kind of dumb though.
So if you get a C tier badge on Hall of Fame, I mean, it's probably going to be staying on Hall of Fame unless you just stop using that badge completely for like, I don't know, a full day. So I'm going to say it one more time, badge points are completely gone. You guys might be confused when you're making your build, so just remember this, because I know I was at first. I was like, bro, I'm upgrading finishing or I'm upgrading shooting, but where are my badge points? Like, how do I know how many points I have to upgrade these badges? There are none. You get badges depending on how you play in game this year. Something that I will say that I noticed in this builder is like, you can get a lot of the same builds, like when it comes to attributes as 2K23. They're a little bit weaker, but they're kind of similar. The thing that's different though is the badges. Like a lot of the badge caps are higher. Badges are harder to unlock in the NBA 2K24 builder. Like look at some of these requirements just for some bronze badges. Like you could tell they raised from 2K23, so it's just harder to get badges. And also there are some new additions to the attribute gates that you need in order to unlock these badges. In previous 2Ks, it would just be like, okay, you need this 3-point shot that, and then you can get Limitless Range, or you need this and you can get that. This year, there are some badges that require multiple attributes. For example, if you want the Posterizer badge, you need your driving dunk to be a certain level and also your vertical. If we take a look at a badge like Chase Down Artist, you need your block and your speed and your vertical. So a lot of these badges in the past used to just be, okay, you need your driving dunk at this certain level and you could get this badge. No, now there's like multiple attributes you guys will need. And there's even some badges like Aerial Wizard that require you have vertical and either driving layup or driving dunk or standing dunk. So with some of these badges, they give you the option to have certain attributes at a certain level. You could pick, they give you that or option. As I just said, a lot of these badges caps are really high, so they're going to be harder to unlock. You're not going to be able to get like every badge in the game. For example, to get a badge like Posterize on Hall of Fame, you need a 99 driving dunk, which is first off going to be very tough to do if you want, a balanced build this year. And then not only that, but you also need an 85 vertical. To get Limitless Range on Hall of Fame, you need a 99 3-point shot.
Oh my fucking god.
Have that unless you're literally a pure sharp. I don't see you having that. Badge like Killer Combos, which is pretty bad last year, but I think they
nigga, imagine running with a pure sharp on your fucking team. Them niggas gonna be so toxic. I'm just tell them niggas to run that bitch and run off the pick and roll. Well, off the all ball screen.
That on Hall of Fame. A badge like Speed Booster, which is gonna be a very good playmaking badge this year. I think it's kind of replacing Quick First Step from years past. And you guys know Quick First Step, that was like a needed badge. You guys are gonna want to put on Speed Booster. But to get that Hall of Fame, you need a 95 ball handle and a 91 speed of ball. So there's no more just putting
God,
a 75
either 92 speed or
Speed Booster upgraded. You need your speed of ball high, and then you also need to be on a build with a very high speed or acceleration. Like, bro, this Speed Booster badge is no joke, and the
God damn,
there's a lot of high requirements. The Unpluckable badge requires you to have a 98 ball handle. So you guys get the gist, bro. A lot of these badges require you to have very high attributes. I just covered a few of the badges, but Zach Timmerman, one of 2K's gameplay developers, actually just tweeted out requirements for every single badge in the game. So I'm gonna pop up the screenshots on the screen as I
seen that already.
The most important badges. Starting with the playmaking badges, something to note, Bailout, to get this on bronze this year, needed an 87 pass accuracy, which is just crazy. I'm not saying it's crazy in a bad way, because Bailout was one of the most broken badges. Like, people were passing out of the craziest shots. Now that you need an 87 pass accuracy, I feel like barely anybody's gonna have it. Also, you need to be a max height of 6'10". The next badge is for my dribblers out there. We have Ankle Breaker, which you need to have a 62 ball handle to get this on bronze. I feel like most of y'all will have at least an 85, which will get you gold. 93 ball handles for Hall of Fame. So if you're like a really short guard, you might be able to get that. But I feel like most builds will get gold out of 85 ball handle, and the max height for this is 6'9". Now I'm calling it now. This badge is going to be pretty OP. A lot of people are going to be running it, and that is the blow by badge. To get bronze, you need a 67 ball handle and a 62 speed of ball and a 61 excel. So this is one of those badges that requires 3 different attributes, which just is a lot, bro. I feel like some people aren't going to have this. Most dribblers should, though, because it's, pretty important dribbling attributes, and I think you should try to get it on gold with a 92 ball handle, 83 speed of ball, and a 83 excel. If you're going to be a taller build, you'll probably only have it on silver, though. And the last badge that I'm going to talk in this section is going to be physical handles. This is a new badge that I think will once again be pretty good, just like blow by. To get this on bronze, you need a 60 ball handle and you need a 60 strength. Strength is going to be very important in your builds this year. A lot of people underrate it in years past. This year, it's looking very vital, especially for badges. I think physical handles is a badge that'll help you like shed off defenders when you're dribbling.
Bro, imagine having handle for days, blow by, and speed booster. Holy fuck. And then killer combos with hype. What the fuck is physical handles, bro? What is this shit, bro?
I'm not gonna say it's like
this is insane.
Year, it sounds like it might be like it a little bit. Ball handle is the
Hey, if you are locked down, hey, we gotta run this bitch up, bro. If you my lock on the threes or threes mostly, bro, we gotta run that bitch up. All my locks, nigga, lock the fuck in, bro. If you're locked down, you gotta have a burner with you, bro. Simple. It's simple.
Because for Hall of Fame, you only need an 80 ball handle, but with the strength, you need an 83 strength for Hall of Fame. So a lot of builds, especially if you're a guard build, you probably won't have the highest strength. On to the next section, and we have the shooting badges. There's only a few in this section that I really want to go over. Starting off with Agent 3.
All I need is
most important badge from 2K23. I expect it to be very important again in 24. To get it on bronze, though, you need a 76 3-point 3-point shot. So this is another one of those badges that has a very high requirement even to get this on bronze. To get it on silver, you need an 86.3, and to get it on gold, you need a 94. Hall of Fame is 98, and I don't really expect many builds to have that unless you're like a 6'1".
I think I need 9 of these hoes. I need 9 of these bitches.
6'11". The last badge I want to talk about when it comes to the shooting, I mentioned
maybe if I that should come with it. So
3-point shot. That is very important. I need y'all to remember this when you're making your build. To get limitless range on bronze, you need an 85.3. That is crazy. I don't think it's ever been that high for limitless range on bronze. To get it silver, you need a 92.3. To get it gold is 96, and of course Hall of Fame is 99. With a lot of the ISO builds that I like to make, I feel like it's even going to be hard to get it on silver, but definitely try to get an 85.3 to get that on bronze. On to the next section, we have the finishing badges, which I think finishing is going to be very OP this year. The first badge I want to talk about is Fearless Finisher. This is another one of those badges that requires you to have strength and then also either close shot or driving layup, but strength is the key thing here. I feel like Fearless Finisher, that's going to be a solid badge, and I feel like a lot of players, especially casuals, are not going to upgrade their strength, and they're just going to be missing out on key badges like this one. The next badge is Two-Step. I think it's going to be a very good badge, and you need a 60 driving layup or a 63 driving layup to get this badge on bronze. To get on a Hall of Fame, you need an 83 driving layup or a 86 driving layup. So I feel like actually a lot of people
bet. I need that.
In the game,
okay, got you.
That's literally all it is. To get it bronze, you need a 74 strength. To get a Hall of Fame, you need a 96. And the
I need that bit right
for
there.
This badge is 6'5", so that's very important. Know that when you're making your build. Also, when we were playing at Community Day, they had different requirements for badges. Like they went in and changed them based on what we said at Community Day. This was a badge they actually lowered the strength requirement on. I think it was 76 strength for bronze when we were at Community Day, but now it's 74. So like some of the stuff you might see in the footage might look a little bit different than the stuff that is on these screenshots right here, but these are the real requirements. Now we have the defense and rebounding badges.
Here we go.
There are a lot of badges that I want to talk about in here because I feel like it's going to be a huge defensive year, and there's a lot of changes to the badges compared to 23. For brick wall, so if you are a center out there, listen up, it's all about strength. To get bronze brick wall, you need a 72 strength, but let's be honest, if you're going to be a center, why would you only go for bronze brick wall? You probably want to go for like gold, which would be a 90 strength. Like I'm telling you, bro, you really got to upgrade your strength. Hall of Fame brick wall is a 99 strength.
Damn, strength really matters this year, bro. That shit is insane to me.
You need to be a minimum height of 6'7".
Can I know niggas usually don't use strength for
video in a few days, but I don't know, bro. I think the meta lock height might be 6'7" just because of this alone. The next badge is Chase an Artist. You need a 68 block and a 50 speed and a 60 vertical.
Just in case y'all can't hear me, hold on, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. All right, here we go. I'm gonna leave it right here.
Clamps, and this is a badge that requires strength this year. To get it on bronze, you need a center defense of a 75 and a strength of 45, so that's doable. But just remember, when you're trying to get clamps or some of these badges, bro, strength is very important. Fast feet is a badge that I think will be very good. You need a 72 perimeter defense and a 70 acceleration for bronze, and you could have a max height of 6'9". To get glove on bronze, you need a 72 steal. Silver is 85, gold is 91, and Hall of Fame is 99. 94 feet is a badge that I think is going to be very crucial, especially for lockdowns.
Well, y'all can look at that y'all own time, bro. I want to get into the builds. I want to get into the builds, bro.
Me on Twitter, and I'm sure some of you guys are thinking of it right now. Can you make 6'9" demigods in NBA 2K24? So it was time. I pulled up my old 2K23 him build. I'm sure you guys, might have seen that. It got over 1 million views. It was one of the most popular 6'9" builds on NBA 2K23. So I pulled up that video and I was like, yo, can I recreate that build? And as I'm filling out these attributes, you guys can see once I get to the defense, it's maxed out. I didn't even get to the physicals yet, and I didn't even get to the rebounding. So unfortunately, I don't know if that's unfortunate. I guess it's fortunately, like it's probably a good thing. No, you cannot make the 6'9" demigods from 2K23. Also, you can't do it as a point guard, so I had to put my build as a shooting guard. You might have seen that earlier. But no, you cannot do it. I'll pop up the 2K23 version side by side so you guys can compare the two builds. You guys can see the 2K23.
Like, look at they fucking defense, nigga. That shit is insane.
Badges are harder to get, so although my build is worse than
he can still shoot the 3 ball, still can dribble.
Badges because the badge caps are higher. So builds overall got nerfed in NBA 2K24, which I personally think is a good thing. Like, bro,
that's good, bro.
Too many demigods running around the park in 2K23. Too many people could do everything, and personally, I don't like that. I like the days where you're good at like 1 or 2 things, and then let's say that I'm not that good at defense, but hey, man, like I got stick, I'm a fight, like I can hold my own at defense. Like that's what the skill gap kind of is when you're kind of mid at something, but if you're a really good 2K player, you can make that mid stat turn into a great stat.
You heard what the fuck he said. If you're a good 2K player, you hear me?
Okay. are 6'9" builds viable in the NBA 2K24 builder? Because maybe not my exact copy from 23 works, but maybe there's something else that I could use. So immediately I lowered the driver dunk down to an 80, which back in 2K23, that was what I like to put a lot of my builds at, because you get quick drops at an 80, which I'm not sure if that's in the game, by the way. Mike Lang said RIP, but I saw something that kind of looked like quick drops might have been the game. I don't know. I was talking to a 2K guy at community day. He said that they aren't, so we'll have to see. But once I confirm the build, you guys are now seeing for the first time, at least on my channel, the new shades of screen, the new build name screen, and this is what it looks like. We got shades of OG Anunoby, Doug Christie, Mikal Bridges, and I have built an inside out threat. So taking a look at this build once again, I mean, man, you guys can let me know what you think, but I think 6'9's like, there's a chance they could be viable. Something else I want to point out, I put my stamina at 99. I used to put it at 95, but this year the gym rat badge is confirmed not in 2K24. So you guys remember the gym rat badge, they give you plus.
It's okay. It's not the best, bro. It's not the best.
No higher than a 95 because we're gonna get that +4, which bumps it up to a 99. But you guys can see the 3-point.
How you gonna say strength matters, but yet have a 51 strength? That doesn't make sense. Come on now.
This year, and also the ball hand.
Unless you say corner and don't play defense and have a lockdown, then yeah, I understand that.
With an 80 ball handle on 2K24.
So if you're in lockdown, bro, I'm sitting corner. So your ass better play some fucking defense. All my faith is in your fucking hand, nigga. So play D.
Question that will have to be answered on the game when we actually get on it. 6'9" builds were definitely nerfed. There's no.
I'll help if I gotta bump up. You feel me? But other than that, nigga, play defense, nigga.
To explore one of what could be the most.
Don't care about no damn big.
Enabled your business to scale. Shopify has enabled my business to scale in so
Broken scoring.
I'm sorry if y'all big, bro. Y'all gotta look at that yourself, bro. I'm not looking at no big, bro. I'm not. No, y'all can look at that yourself, bigs. Me personally, I don't see a point in me making a big because there's so many bigs that I can find in my chat and all that other shit, and in my group chat. So
Let's start off with the guard meta, specifically the small guard meta.
I'm not going to power forward this shit, bro. If anything, I'll go small forward, bro. I'm not finna tell y'all my full build, obviously.
But in some years, you just play meta.
So look, if y'all be in my streams, bro, I'm gonna be on that bitch forever, bro. Just trust.
Plan on playing threes, you know, I'm talking about those stage builds. Yeah, it'll probably be 6'1". There are even some years where I've seen builds go down to like 5'11", 5'9". It's going to be really fast. But in general, if you're trying to make a small guard build that can play on every court and also kind of hold their own on defense, you're probably going to be in the range of 6'1" to 6'4". That's just from what I've seen. And also, if you go above 6'4" to 6'5", you're entering a range where you're going to get different dribble moves, because as you guys know, or maybe you don't, once you're 6'5" and up, you unlock different dribble moves. Those are like the tall build dribble moves, but 6'4" and under, those are like the short build dribble moves. So you definitely want those short build dribble moves.
Fuck.
Also today at 2 p.m. Eastern, so if you're watching this, you know, hours or even days after I posted it, I have posted my best guard build video on YouTube where I go completely in depth on these builds. Now let's talk about the ISO build meta.
But I have never made a build below a 6'5" build ever in my life, bro. I ain't never made a build below it. They're 6'5", bro. This, I don't know, bro. It's a lot I got to think about, bro. It's a lot.
Those builds that can dribble, they can also shoot decently good, and they are clamp gods, insane on defense. I think the meta for these builds is going to be between 6'5" and 6'9". You could even tighten that window and go 6'6" to 6'8". I think these builds are going to be pretty good, considering I think that if you're good enough at the game, you'll be able to shoot with a decently low 3-point shot this year. I know the build is a lot more limited, but if you upgrade your ball handling and you upgrade your defense, I think, you know, you can get away with shooting with a low 3-point, say like around a 70. I will be dropping my video on this Wednesday at 2 p.m. That is the day before the game comes out. And you might be thinking, oh, I thought the game came out Friday, so how's that a day before? Well, New Zealand gets the game on Thursday, so I'll be playing it on Thursday. Now let's talk about the lock meta. I think that lockdowns are going to be between 6'6" and 6'8". I personally would probably go 6'7" and up, because this year you need to be 6'7" if you want to get anchor, which is a crucial badge for defense. Defense is looking very good this year. Defenders are looking overpowered, and so I'm giving you guys this tip now. Talk about the shooting center meta. If you guys now, the reason that this window is so big is because a lot of people, like the consensus at community day amongst, you know, those
let's get to the gameplay.
for my best center builds.
I think I understand the builds. I think I understand the builds.
Some information that is probably not going to be in a lot of other YouTubers' videos. This is information that you cannot gain from the builder. And I'm talking about animation requirements. Like for certain contact dunks, what driving dunk you need, or for certain dribble moves, what ball handle do you need? This is vital information that you need when creating your build. Luckily for you guys, when I was at community day, I was asking around and they actually gave me a spreadsheet of all of the different animation requirements. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to put the complete spreadsheet in the video, so I'll just go over a couple of them. Starting off with the dunks. For the lowest contact dunk in the game, this goes for all builds. Like some of these are going to be for specific heights. This goes for all builds, and no matter your height, you need an 87 driving dunk and a 75 vertical. To get the second best contact dunk, you'll need an 89 driving dunk and a 78 vertical. To get the third best driving dunk, you need a 94 driving dunk and an 82 vertical. And to get the best driving dunk for all builds, you need a 96 driving dunk with an 86 vertical. So you guys can see these numbers are no joke. Like to get the best badges, to get the best animations, you're really gonna have to sacrifice a lot when making your build. There are a few more contact dunks like this one for under 6'5" builds. So for the short guards out there, you need an 86 driving dunk and an 85 vertical. So your players are gonna have to jump mad high if you wanted to get contact dunks on a small guard. And to get the best one for under 6'5" builds, you need a 93 driving dunk.
Wait, so do we have to use the right stick again to get contact dunks again, or like how is it this year though?
Dunks for you tall players. If you're planning on making a build over 6'10", these ones are for you. To get the lowest one, you need an 80 standing dunk, so not a driving dunk. You need an 80 standing dunk with a 60 vertical. And then to get the best one, you need a 90 standing dunk and a 75 vertical. Once again, that is for over 6'10" builds. But we're not only talking about contact dunks. There's a few other dunk packages in the game that are very good. Russell Westbrook is a dunk package that a lot of people loved in 2K23, and in order to get this, you need a 93 driving dunk with a 65 vertical. So the vertical doesn't have to be too high, but you do need a 93 driving dunk, which is decently high. And also, you have to be under 6'10" to get this dunk package. To get the Michael Jordan dunk package, you need a 94 driving dunk with a 78 vertical. So the vertical is much higher.
You know, I come down with Russ, nigga. Punching on a nigga head, you hear me?
Now, I don't know if any other creator is going to talk about this in their video. Something that me and Jonos found when we were looking at these spreadsheets and creating our builds is we found on the spreadsheet listed 1 foot 2 hands quick drops. Now, when I saw this, I talked to Wolf, who is the newest 2K gameplay developer. He was in my little room when I was playing the game, so I called him over. I was like, bro, what is this? Is quick drops still in the game? Because it was on the animation sheet. And basically he said, no, they're not. They shouldn't be. This is wrong. But he honestly looked confused. So I feel like there's a chance that quick drops are still in the game. Of course, Mike Wang said on Twitter, RIP quick drops, and whatever that means is everyone.
Still hard at work. We'll talk soon. RIP.
Assuming that they're not in the game, but they were listed on the sheet. In order to get them, you need an 85 driving dunk and a 65 vertical. So I'm not saying that they're in the game because there seemed to be a little bit of confusion there, but they might be in the game. Let's talk about pass styles real quick because this actually matters. Like last year, pass styles were very important. You need like a 75 pass accuracy on most builds, or else you're going to be passing pretty slow for the
like this move right there. That move right here.
80.
Oh my! Imagine. All right, so get past your defender, right? Spin back a fucking hell.
Pass accuracy.
Dance with me. Y'all gonna hear that a lot. Promise.
Curry and Trae Young pass styles, you need
and then there was one move that I seen on here, bro. I want to get that bitch too, bro. But I'm finna be in the lab, bro. I swear to God, bro. Y'all gonna see me in that lab, boy. I promise you. Like, I understand his rep, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. My YouTube, I care about way more of my YouTube shit than 2K, bro. Like, I'm gonna take 2K serious, but I care about my YouTube way more than anything, bro. I'd rather give y'all good content, bro. You feel me? That's just me, though.
Passed out. You need an 86 pass accuracy. And for what is supposedly the best one in the game, or one of the developers said that it was their favorite one, Tyrese Halliburton's pass style, you need an 89 pass accuracy. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the cutoffs, some of the requirements.
Whoa.
Accuracy. Okay, so now let's
so we ain't gonna talk about where this nigga just shot the ball in this nigga face? Dead Eye will be equipped.
Cut off some of the requirements.
Cause there ain't no fucking way.
Dribble moves, because I know this is gonna be something that matters a lot when I'm creating my builds. Let's start with dribble styles, because last year all you needed was what, a 75. I think it was speed of ball to get the Michael Jordan dribble style, which everybody used. It was the best one by far. This year for dribble styles, it's all about ball handle, not speed of ball. And for John Stockton's dribble style, you need a 75 ball handle. Same with Magic Johnson. And for John Stockton, you have to be under 6'5". Magic under 6'10". Steve Nash dribble style, you need an 83 ball handle, and you got to be under 6'5". The one that you guys are probably wanting to know the most about, the Michael Jordan dribble style this year requires an 89 ball handle, and you can get this by being under 6'10". We're gonna have to see how good the MJ dribble style is, because
Hey, that Curry pull-up kind of
if it's
nasty.
the same as last year and it's the best one, then like you really might have to consider going up to an 89 ball handle. Obviously small guards are gonna have that, but if you're like a middle, like, you know what I'm saying, like a ISO build, like a little 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", maybe you weren't planning on going that high on ball handle, but maybe now you should consider it. For the Trae Young dribble style, you didn't.
Wait, what did he say? Consider what?
On going that high on ball handle, but maybe now you should consider it. For the Trae Young dribble style, you did 92 ball handle. You got to be under 6'5". Let's talk about some of the best signature size ups in the game. For the De'Aaron Fox 6 size, if you only need an 80 ball handle, you got to be under 6'10". LaMelo Ball 6 size, if you only need an 85 ball handle, and once again under 6'10". For Kobe Bryant 6 size, if you need an 88 ball handle, and of course you got to be under 6'10". For the Steph Curry 6 size up, which, you know, I'm sure a lot of people, especially casuals, probably use that because they just see Curry like, oh my God, Curry, let me use his dribble moves. For this one, you need a 92 ball handle. You got to be under 6'5". For the Trae Young 6 size up, you need a 92 ball handle, and you could be under 6'10". So that one kind of surprised me, because Trae Young usually for small guards, but on the sheet it said you got to be under 6'10". And the one that I know a lot of you guys, especially dribble heads out there, were waiting for, Steve Francis. You need a 95 ball handle, and you got to be under 6'5". On the spreadsheet there was a new thing listed. It said escape moves. Now I guess it's just size up escapes like we had last year, but
I don't know about that.
maybe in the game it won't have the same exact name. It was just labeled as escape moves. Now for the Kevin Durant escape, you only need a 75 ball handle, and you can get this on any build. There's literally no height requirement. I thought KD had a good escape. John Wall, you need a 77 ball handle, and you got to be under 6'5". John Wall's escape, that was one of my favorites in the entire game, so I'm kind of shocked that this one, along with KD, has that low of a requirement. And then Trae Young's only requires you to have an 80 ball handle. You got to be under 6'5". So I'm starting to think maybe, I don't know what I'm reading.
All right, so he's just gonna keep on talking about the listing, but hey man, y'all let me know how y'all feel about 2K24 so far, man. I ain't finna go into details on how I feel about the game. Truthfully, since I seen, like, you know, since the one video that I uploaded earlier today about the park, I mean, for right now, I give it, the parks, I love them. As small as it's 2 parks, bro. Every game should be full and filled with fucking games back to back to back to back to back, because it's 2 affiliations, bro. So, other than that, I feel like it, for right now, I feel like it's a W so far right now, bro. I feel like it's a W right now, bro. But we're just going to have to wait and see, man. But, hey, man, y'all hit that like button, subscribe button, being boy, show team, man. AKA Forever Psychopath. I love y'all boys to death, man. Y'all stay safe. 777. All glory to God. You're going the right way to achieve your success. Hey, man, we got 6 more days until 2K24 come on, man. So, buckle up. No bullshit. No cap. Okay.